Hello everyone, today I'm gonna show you how to fix your GPU noise, or what you call a GPU whining. It's not a problem or manufacturing problem or what some people say is about a coil noise or something, okay? It's caused by these powerful cards such as 600 series and 500 series due to high frames per second, which cause leakage in the voltage in capacitors. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the cause and how to fix it. I'm gonna run a software called Fraps. So everybody knows Fraps. It's a software which has an option to show you the frames per second on a gameplay. So the standard key is F12, so I'm gonna hit F12 on screen while playing to see how many frames per second, and I'm gonna let you hear the whining noise as well. So I'm gonna test this on Darksiders 2. I'm gonna run it, and now if you can hear the whining noise, and it is caused by a high frames per second, which is 4000 frames per second. Okay, and all what we want is 120 frames per second to play our games. So this is a 4000 frames per second on a gameplay which is not required at all. Now when the game runs, it will start controlling the frames per second and drop it down to 120, but some games doesn't have the control, and the frames per second stay high, which keeps the whining going on. Okay, so now it drops down to 130, but the noise sound, if you can hear it, still there. Okay, so I'm gonna run the game. And see how the frames per second drops down by the game itself to 120. Now some games, as I said, doesn't have this option, so we're gonna limit our all games to 120 frames per second from start to the end. Okay, so now I'm gonna run a software called EVGA Precision X, which is done by EVGA, but I think it's gonna run with all brands. And this is an overclocking software by EVGA, which has a new option here called frame rate target. I'm gonna click on enable to have the control on the frames per second, and I'm gonna give it the highest, which is 120 frames per second. So now I'm gonna hit apply and just close the software. Now all the games I'm gonna run by my GPU gonna be limited to 120 frames per second, and that will stop the whining at all. So now I'm gonna run again Darksiders 2. Okay, and we will see here from the beginning it's 120 frames per second and no whining noise at all. If you can hear that, or if you hear something, it's just the fan noise, my case fan noise, not a whining noise. Okay, so that's the fix, easy, and as we see here, it is still 120 frames per second all the time. If your GPU is weaker, it's gonna drop down, but it's not gonna exceed the 120 frames per second. By the way, I'm using EVGA superclocked version, which is 4 GB, and I hope this fix helps you guys and to enjoy your GPUs without a whining noise. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching.